ready to step into the most authentic, truthful version of yourself, this is the season to do so. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Luana Bossetti and I'm an astrologer, intuitive guide, and lover of all things cosmic. I'm here back every month to talk a little bit about the astrology of the month, not all the forecasts, but main events that happen that they are asking us to be embodied, to be lived in our day-to-day life, because my purpose behind each and every video that I do, it's to help you as astrology, as your compass in your day-to-day life, so that you can reconnect to yourself and create the life that you truly desire. So welcome back. But before we get into the juice of eclipse season, especially this eclipse season, that it's very potent, let me tell you something. Most of you that are watching are not subscribed, so make sure to go hit the subscribe button, leave a comment if it resonates, because that's the way you can help me grow, reach more people, and also stay tuned with the next video when they come out so you don't miss anything. And now let's get into the juice of this eclipse season, but let's rewind and start from the basics. What is eclipse season? So, eclipse season happens twice a year, normally in spring and the fall, and an eclipse happens when the sun, the moon, and the earth align. When they align, that's when eclipse happen, and you can see the sky like as this planets like kind of on top of each other. These eclipses, they are coming in pairs all the time because one is a solar eclipse and one is a lunar eclipse. So solar eclipse happens during a new moon, and it's more of an external shift. The sun representing our outer personality, our vitality, our ego. Normally, these sort of eclipse can bring change or fresh new beginnings. That's what a solar eclipse is. And then a lunar eclipse, on the other hand, happen during a full moon. And it's more like an internal shift, can stir up some emotion, help release some limiting beliefs, patterns, stories, or things that no longer align. And they come together to help you release and start anew. Normally, eclipse season is here to push you out of your comfort zone, but not because like the universe is against you or God or whoever believe, but to help you realign to your path so you can reconnect to yourself and create the life that you came here to create, the one that your soul signed up when decided to come back or come, whatever you believe, into this earth. So these are the basics. This is what an eclipse. Eclipses in astrology are also determined by the lunar nodes. What are the lunar nodes? The lunar nodes are not planets, are not asteroids. They are not tangible objects. Like destiny, you cannot touch them. They are mathematical points in space that form an axis. So they are called, they go in pair as well. We have the north node and the south node, and these are linked to your soul's destiny. The south node represents where you've been, where we have been, if it's a collective eclipse, past life, karmic patterns, the comfort zone. While the north node, it's like your north star. It's where you are going, your growth edge, your soul purpose. That's why we work with them in pairs, so we can release what no longer serves us and step into the highest expression of ourselves. And this eclipse season, it's a particular one because we are not working just with two axes, with one axis, that it's normally two sister signs, but we are working with two, like we did back in February, because the lunar nodes have just shifted sign later in July. They moved into the Aquarius and Leo axis. However, this eclipse season, we will have a taste of these Aquarius and Leo axis, but we will still work with the past axes, which were Virgo, Pisces, and Virgo. And I'm going to tell you everything about both of them. Don't worry. Just so you know that we work with both because we are closing a chapter and starting a new one. And even though, like the lunar nodes have shifted into new signs, we are still working with the old one until February of next year. Okay, so just wanted to give you this information. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the axis. So, for the past 18 months, we have been working with the Pisces Virgo axis, the sister signs of Pisces and Virgo, mutable signs. We have been working with the South Node, what we were asked to release in Virgo. So by that, we were asked to release control. We were asked to release perfectionism. We were asked to release the plan, wanting to have everything figured out. And we were asked to move towards the North Node in Pisces, meaning trust, surrender to something bigger than yourself. Just flow with whichever energy comes in. They are both mutable, but we were asked to release of the earthy part, which was Virgo, and move into the trust, surrender, connection with spirit, the universe, whatever you believe in. And we will still work with this in the last eclipse that I will talk in a minute. Now the lunar nodes have shifted sign, and we are working with the Aquarius Leo axis. So we are letting go of the low road of Leo, which is performance, which is narcissism, which is egoism, which is really the need for validation, the need for approval, the need to be liked, the need to be accepted. And we are moving towards Aquarius. Aquarius is the most truthful, authentic version of yourself, the version of yourself that doesn't care what other people think, but they're just themselves. They're weird, they're quirky, they're just different because none of us is the same, not even if we have the same sun sign, not even if we are twins. We are all different. So we are asked to step into what makes us, maybe you don't like the word different, unique. And also to stop that performance and to start thinking, I like to say, be the change you want to see in the world, because it starts with you embodying that most truthful and authentic version of yourself. And then when you've done that, you can stand up for the collective change, because Aquarius is the sign of the humanitarian, the collective. So we are asked to come back home to ourselves, to our truth, so that we can be the change we want to see in the world. And with that, we can raise the vibration and help others step into their authenticity, so we can all release what no longer align and really step into that. And that's how we change as a society. When everybody is really in alignment, they are able to come together for a common purpose and to really help release what's not in alignment in the culture in a larger scale. So for the next 18 months, that's what we are being asked. So that's where we are moving towards. We're moving towards the Aquarius energy and releasing the low road of Leo energy. Okay, that's what we're moving forward. So having said that, that was a little bit of an explanation of what eclipses are, what are we working with, and now let's go more into the specificity of this eclipse season coming up in August. We are already into the energy. We are opening the portal also with more of this energy on the Lion's Gate on the 8/8, which is in astrology the midpoint towards the astrological year. And it's really when the energy is at its peakest. And that's a great portal for manifestation, for embodying that Leo energy, which is at its best following your heart. Play, have fun, and embodying that most joyful version of yourself. And Then the eclipse will start next Wednesday on the 12th. But let's take a sip, let's take a breath, and I'm going to tell you everything about this eclipse. All right. Let's go in deeper into this. So, as I said before, eclipse season comes in pairs, and we work with these two energy in a span of 3 weeks time, more or less. So the first we have the new moon, and then we have a week where we don't have an eclipse, but we have another moon phase, which is the first quarter moon, and then we have the full moon, which is the second eclipse, and then we have the last quarter moon, which is like the release, the end of the cycle before we start a new one, because the full moon cycle it's 4 weeks. Okay, so on Wednesday, the 12th, we start with the first eclipse. This is a new moon, total solar eclipse. That's why I'm sure you've heard, because it's everywhere, all over the news, especially if you're in Southern Europe, that's where you can see it at this time. So it's everywhere, it's all over the news here. But many people don't even know what an eclipse is, but that's a story for another day, right? But the first eclipse is a new moon total eclipse in Leo, solar eclipse in Leo. So it's a new moon, solar eclipse. It's more an external change. It's in Leo at 13, at 20 degrees Leo, which is a Scorpio degrees, but also we have Jupiter in Leo. So we have more Leo energy. We have the bigger planets, Saturn and Neptune, in fire. So it's a very fiery new moon solar eclipse that it's asking us to really reconnect with our heart, with our dreams, with our desires, and start setting the intention towards what we want our life to look like in the next 6 months or in the next year if we work with a year. I normally work in 6 month energy from new moon to full moon, from one eclipse to another, but you can work in a year's time. That's up to you. But it's really important during this time to really set the intentions. And some people say don't set the intention under an eclipse, but this is a potent one. It's a new moon solar eclipse, total one. So if you feel like I always go with the flow, maybe you feel, maybe you not, but I want you to get clear and confident on the life that you want to create. The life up to your dreams, as I call your most authentic life, and to really release of what your life should look like at this age, at this time, from your family, from the society. Release all of that if you haven't done it yet, and really reconnect with your heart, your purest, truest self, and really step into the life that you truly desire, no one else's life. That's very important. And if you would like the full forecast about this eclipse, you can follow me on Substack. I am Luana Bossetti, same as here. Or my Substack is also called The Journey of the Soul, where I actually give for all the paid subscribers, which is €5 a month, nothing, a full forecast and ritual and a little horoscope for you all. So if you want that, you also have that option. And I'm going to tell you in a minute, I'm also leading an eclipse immersion. But let's go to the second eclipse. The second eclipse instead will be at the end of the month, will be on August 28th. And this is a full moon, partial lunar eclipse. So it's not total, it's partial in Pisces. As I said before, we are still working with the previous cycle. So we will also have the North Node still at 29 degrees Pisces at that time. So that's why we are working again with this energy. And this one is an extra potent release one because it's like a full circle moment. If you were with me, we had eclipses last August as well, actually September. and they were Virgo Pisces energy. But these really feel like a full circle moment of coming home to yourself and to what was revealed to you in the past 2.5 years, especially in the area of Pisces in your birth chart, the area that contains Pisces. And you can let me know in the comments which area contains Pisces as well. That's the area that you are asked to complete the cycle, to release, but also to be grateful for what you've learned and implement the lessons and integrate them, because the cycle is coming to an end. We are called to integrate, because from next February, when we will have the next eclipses, we will continue working with this Aquarius and Leo energy. So let's take a moment at the end of the month with this full moon in Pisces eclipse to really come in full circle, to celebrate, to integrate, to reflect on what happened in the past 2.5 years, especially if you are astrology fluent, the area of Pisces in your birth chart. And again, you can have support from me through my Substack if you would like to read a full forecast and have a little ritual that you can do. But also, as I mentioned before, I'm leading an eclipse immersion. I've done it in February and I really enjoyed it, and my client did too. So I decided to start a new one. And what is an eclipse immersion? So it's a 3 weeks journey that we are going together, where we navigate eclipse season with courage, clarity, and intention. Because this is not a bad season. It's actually a powerful turning point. Because eclipse season always illuminates what it needs to be released. It reveals your path moving forward, the path that you are called, and this one especially will help you to step into a more authentic version of yourself. In this immersion, you will be guided by me. We will have 2 live calls held around the eclipses, one to open the season with intention and another one to closing the season with reflection and integration. In mid eclipse season, you will also receive a pre-recorded embodied practice to really stay connecting to your body and your inner compass during eclipse season. And I will also have a Telegram group where I will share daily insights, some prompts, some practices that can help you embody this eclipse season. It will not be a lot of content, just enough content to help you and to support you during this season. The doors are now open. If you would like to join, I'll leave you the link below. And for the people that are really ready for the full immersion, I also create a combo where you can have the eclipse season immersion and a personalized reading as well. The link would be in the show, in the comments below. But really, if you take anything from this video, what I want that to be is that it's really time to release what no longer is in alignment. And I always say, if you don't do it consciously, the universe will do it for you, not because the universe is bad, but because the purpose of this is to really realign you to your truth and to the path that you are meant to live in this lifetime. So, as I said before, are you ready to step into the most authentic version of yourself and to create the life that you truly desire? If the answer is yes, join me for the Eclipse Immersion. We will have so much fun. You will have a group of like-minded people that wants to navigate this season with clarity, courage, and intention. And I will be your guide in all of that. And I will be honored to see you that. If not, follow me here on Substack, on Instagram, everywhere. And also, I have a book out in the world if you need some help creating the life that you truly desire. It's called The Life of Your Dreams, and I will link that as well. And until next month, I wish you a powerful eclipse season and peace and love. Ciao.